Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Marvel Monday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with Marvel Legends series Jean Grey and Pheonix Force. 2-pack, I guess, of Pheonix. Let's get into it! Let's begin with a look at the packaging. And here on the top, we've got the Pheonix symbol and lots of fiery stuff going on. Stuff being burnt. What's going on? Read a comic, dudes. Marvel Legends series. Warning! Don't stick things in your pie hole that do not belong there. Nice big window showcasing the figure, her accessories, and the Pheonix Force. And then here it says Jean Grey, Pheonix Force, Pheonix 4 and up. And there's the assortment number, if you're interested in that kind of stuff. Hasbro print on the bottom includes figure, Pheonix, and 6 pieces. Small print, fine print, legalese print, made in China print, symbols I'm not going to learn, and a barcode. On this side, Marvel Legends series, and lots of fire going on there. The Pheonix symbol there at the bottom. On this side, some nice artwork of the Pheonix and the Pheonix logo. And here on the back, Marvel Legends series, Jean Grey, Pheonix Force, X-Men. And then a nice digital render of the pieces all put together. A cosmic power known as the Pheonix Force fuses with X-Men mutant Jean Grey, becoming a nearly unstoppable force capable of peace or destruction. And there it is again in some other languages. Warning, attention, auction, don't stick things in your pie hole that do not belong there. Don't give it to babies. Attention, especially don't stick it in your French pie hole. Marvel print, small fine, legalese made in China print, and Hasbro print. That, my friends, does it for a look at the packaging. Let's take a look at the figure and accessories, or figures, if you go by how they phrase it on the packaging. And I don't really agree with how they phrase it on the packaging, because they say Jean Grey and Pheonix Force on the packaging, and that's not really what's going on here, but that's beside the point. So let's first take a look at what is definitely the accessories, and we'll start off with the extra set of hands, which are fists, and they're on in and out hinge. Nice sculpted details, all molded in this gold plasticky color. You can see a little bit of the swirly twirlies going on in there, and nothing we haven't seen before. We've seen this sculpt plenty. So there's that. Here is the alternate head sculpt. And you just got those blank eyes, just the shading and the eyeshadow around the eyes, the lips, the eyebrows. I think there's like the lines coming out from the nose, the laugh lines, I guess. You know, there's a little bit of printing going on there. I don't know how well you can see it on camera. I can't see it through the camera. And maybe a little bit of colors on the cheek there. The hair flying every which way but loose. And you can see it does have some wash in there to kind of differentiate it and give it a little bit of that red stripy kind of look. Highlights maybe. So very, very, I think it's nice looking for when she's using her powers. Now let's take a look at what I'm still going to call an accessory. And there may be those who disagree. I think Hasbro disagrees. They kind of bill this as a kind of a figure on the packaging, sort of. But so anyway, it's all molded out of this translucent plastic, and it looks like they either, you know, injected more color here and less here, or maybe different colors or what have you. I'm not sure exactly how they go about molding these colors into this clear or this translucent plastic. Now this piece does come in several pieces, and some assembly is required. This piece right here, well, first of all, let's start with the round part of the base. It's actually two pieces that kind of yin-yang together, and you can see how the lines do. You put them together, and then you pop this cat piece in the bottom of it, and it just kind of holds it all together. And then the actual Pheonix part of it, you insert down into it, and then these tendrils, you kind of have to maneuver them around so that it fits correctly like it's supposed to. The only bit of articulation it has here is at the head, and it can turn left and right about that far. Well, no, take it back. It might do the full exorcist. There it goes! Full exorcist, ladies and gentlemen. And so it's got a little bit of paint here for the eyes as well. And this is the Pheonix Force. But I'm just going to say it's an accessory for the figure, in my opinion. Of course, your mileage may vary. That's okay too. Now let's take a look at the figure herself. And here, you know, just the regular head. The hair's still kind of, you know, it's windswept one way instead of every which way. And just fantastic job on the face. Pretty much everything I said about the alternate head applies to this one. Just the nice green eyes, the eyeshadow, the eyebrows, the lips, and then, you know, there's some, you can see some, well, you may not be able to see it on the through the camera, but there's some shading there on the cheeks as well, and it just really looks fantastic. The hair, they did the same streaky wash, I guess, as in the other head, and it looks really good. I like it. Then it looks like we've got a paint job or maybe a tampo here for the Pheonix symbol. This is a separate piece. It just, you know, floats kind of on the figure. Probably some paint apps here, and then this is, nope, this is not the paint app. This is the paint app. So it's molded in this swirly twirly gold plastic, the arms are, at least from the bicep cut down. And this is probably molded in color, as well as the butterflies and most of the rest of the figure. From the thigh swivel down, it looks like it's all molded in this swirly twirly gold plastic as well, and this is the paint app. So I have to say they did a really good job matching colors. And it does appear this is on the new Black Widow body, Beyond Earth's Mightiest Black Widow. So, but overall, I have to say the way it turns out, it's fine. I really like it. I really wish they'd have used paint rather than the swirly twirly plastic, but this is Hasbro we're dealing with. But at least most of the golds match up. The only gold that really doesn't match up is the Pheonix logo here, and it kind of stands out. But I think with that being, you know, her symbol and all, I think that's okay. But that's me. That's your mileage, of course, may vary, as I am fond of saying. So let's take a look at her articulation real quick. She doesn't look up much. She can look down that far. No chicken neck really, a little bit of waggle. She can do the full exorcist. Butterfly at the shoulder, and the range of motion for it goes back that far, so that's really, really good in my opinion. And then forward that far, which, you know, I would have liked a little more, but that range is okay. It will rotate full 360 degrees. She can raise it up slightly past 90 as a cut at the upper bicep for a full 360 degrees of a rotation. At the elbow, double hinged pinless elbow, and it will give you that much bend. 360 degrees of rotation at the wrist on an in and out hinge, and on the other side in and out hinge as well. Cut here where the chest and the abdomen meet, and she's got all kinds of hula hula going on there, my friends. She can lean to the left and the right. She can, wow, lean back that far. But that is also in conjunction with the reverse ab hinge. So, my bad. So, at this hinge, still wow. Back that far. And forward that far. Now, again, I just mentioned she does have the reverse ab hinge, which you can see there's hidden a little bit by the belt. So, in conjunction with those two, she can lean back that far. And she can lean forward that far. Now, nothing at the waist, but she does have 360 degrees of rotation at this upper torso cut. At the hips, she can give you that much of the splits. She can kick forward not quite 90 degrees. Back, none at all really. Cut here at the upper thigh, full 360 degrees of rotation there. Double hinged pinless knee, and it gives you that much bend, so really, really great. And then at the ankles, tilts down that far with really strong detents in there. Tilts up that far, so wow, great range of motion there. And there's a forward facing pin for rocker, but mine feels like it needs to be loosened up a little bit. So, pose your Jean Grey figure out, how you would like for her to be in the Pheonix Force. And this foot has to go down. So, and then, you know, just kind of play around with the arms a little bit. And kind of pretty much have to put her in that pose or thereabouts. Now you can see right here there's a hole, and where that hole is, you stick her foot down in the hole, and then you'll have to adjust her around a little bit just to line her up with the Pheonix Force. And not the perfect pose there, my friends, but there we have it. There's a look at the figure and her accessories. It's time for my favorite part of a review, comparisons. And here in the back, we have the Marvel Legends Series Deluxe, as they call it, Jean Grey and Pheonix Force, but it's Pheonix and Pheonix Force. With the old Toy Biz Marvel Legends Pheonix, the Marvel Legends series X-Men Retro Carded Dark Pheonix, and the Marvel Legends series Jim Lee Jean Grey from the Love Triangle 3-pack. For our final set of comparisons, here we have the Marvel Legends series Jean Grey and Pheonix Force, with, from the Marvel Legends series, making his cameo appearance, Stan the Man Lee from G.I. Joe Classified series, the Hasbro Pulse exclusive Regal variant Cobra Commander from Star Wars The Black series, the Archive Edition 501st Legion Clone Trooper, And for a 7-inch scale comparison from the Masters of the Universe Masterverse line, the 40th Anniversary He-Man. For final thoughts on the Marvel Legends series Deluxe Jean Grey and Pheonix Force 2-pack, as Hasbro's calling it. Of course, it is just Pheonix and the Pheonix Force, or the Flame Effect, whatever you want to call it. But for me, this has been a long time coming. The last regular Pheonix that I had in my collection was the old Toy Biz Marvel Legends Pheonix, and as you could see if you watch the comparisons in this video, that figure has been needing an update sorely for a long time. And I believe there was a Pheonix or two released that for some reason or another I missed out on them, and you know, when I get my hands on this one, that it's all fine now. Because I think for me, this can be the definitive version of the Pheonix from the comic books. And I like this. I like the fact that they went back to what Toy Biz originally did with their Pheonix. And, you know, gave a Pheonix Force to go with it. Of course, the Toy Biz one at the time, they all came with like creatively designed stands, and Pheonix's just happened to be the Pheonix Force. And you know, that just stuck with me. I always thought that was a really good idea, is to include that flame with any release of the Pheonix. Although that retro-carded the X-Men retro-carded Dark Phoenix didn't come with one, but that's fine as well. It still works with this one. And in fact, if they don't release the Pheonix Force again, I'm okay with that too, because I don't want to have to buy this effect multiple times. Now, unfortunately, they probably will do that when they get around to doing the Rachel Summers Pheonix in the Hound costume that goes with the Excalibur set. They will more than likely do us bad and make us buy this effect again. And that's, I'm gonna feel like they're sticking it to me, but Rachel Pheonix is, I have to finish that Excalibur team. And it better come with a widget head too if they do me like that. But of course, what I would really like is I guess you could call it a 4-pack, but it's really a 3-pack. I'd like, you know, the Rachel Summers Pheonix and the Hound with a swappable head with the tattoos, and Cullen and Charisse and a little widget head. And then for me, that would complete my Excalibur. Because once they, you know, got back with the X-Men and swapped the team up a little bit, it wasn't the same. I didn't care for it. I quit reading it. But when it was that original Excalibur team of Kitty, Rachel, Megan, Kurt, and Brian, you know, that's my Excalibur. And then later they added Cullen and Charisse, and I was okay with them too. And of course Widget, you know, he's always kind of been here and there on the team, not really doing a whole lot, but getting them into trouble. So, but that's a different figure altogether. This one is fine. Don't be surprised if you see this one turn up on my top 10 list for this year, because I think it's done that well. I really like this set. And I can see them reusing the base part of it again, maybe for a Johnny Storm or a different fire character that flies. maybe if they ever do a carded release of Nova, not Nova, what's her name? The Gold Herald of Galactus lady. And I can't think of her name. I know it's not Nova, because that's Richard Rider. Shoot. So, you know, I could see them using that for her, because she was flaming hot. And I don't know, maybe the base part of this, I could use this with the Fantastic Four retro carded Firelord as well. That would be cool if I could use that with him. If I could wiggle the Pheonix off of it. And even like the Pheonix part of it, you use that with Pyro. Like he's making this giant fiery bird. But yes, don't be surprised if you see this one turn up again on my top 10. I think it's that good of a figure. It's, you know, that Avengers 60th anniversary, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, Black Widow body, and, you know, it's, that one is almost, I mean, it is the best female mold that we have for Marvel Legends to date, but I think there's just one or two little improvements that need to be made on that before they get ultimately finished with, you know, the molds for the females. Well, that does it for the review. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very, very much for supporting this channel through viewing. If you are interested in supporting my channel further, I am now offering memberships at various tiers. Click the join button on my YouTube page, or check this video's description for the link and see if any membership offers are right for you, but only if you are in a position to do so. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you would like to see more content, or just help the channel grow, or both, that's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.